Hello and welcome to Regrow Tech India. I'm your host Dryrun, bringing to you yet another episode on the Java Beginners Interview Series. Now, in today's video, we are going to discuss a very easy program using the for loops. Now, a lot of you might actually consider this a little difficult. I'm not really sure, but honestly, it is very easy. Now, why am I saying so, and what is this question? Let's go ahead and check it out. So, we'll come to Eclipse a little later. Let's get to the whiteboard. So, the question is pretty simple. Write a program to print all the factors of a number and count them. Just a teeny bit idea as to what the factors of a number is going to be. So, for instance, factors of any number, let's say 6, right? Now, the factors of the number 6, 1 multiplied by 6 is 6, 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. In the table of 4, 6 does not come. Table of 5, 6 does not come. In the table of 6, it does come, and we have already mentioned it. So, the factors of 6 is going to be 1, 2, 3, and 6. Right? This is what we do in mathematics, by the way. Here, the logic will be a teeny bit different. Now, the logic will stem from this particular statement that I'll be saying now. The factor of a number is basically that number which is completely divisible by the given number. Okay? Meaning, factor of the number 6 are those number which when divided by 6 gives a remainder of 0. And that's literally it. Now, a couple of things extra is first, the factors of a number basically will stem from 1 till that number itself. Okay, so all the factors you see will always come in the range of 1 to 6, right? Meaning for the number 6. Similarly, if we want to check out the factors for, let's say, 12, so we'll know 1 multiplied by 12 is 12, 2 multiplied by 6, 2 6 are 12, 3 4s are 12, 4 3s are 12, and then after that 5s, it does not come, 6 is already here, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 does not come, 12 is already here. Now, if you write down these numbers, you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. So here also you see the range of all the factors actually start from 1 to the number itself. Meaning here, in order to find a factor, we'll have to start a loop that will go from 1 till that number. So int I equals 1, I less than equals n, and I plus plus. That is the extra thing. Next, we said that factor of a number will be that number which when divided by that number will give you a remainder of 0. Meaning, if the variable is int n equals to, let's say, 12, if n mod I could be anything, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I int mod whatever is the value of I gives a remainder of 0, then that's a factor. So SOPLN, please understand that I'm not writing system.out.println, I'm just writing SOPLN, the short form, right? So I will be the factor of the number n. And this could happen multiple times. Okay, let's go ahead and check it in the code. So here in the Eclipse, I have already created a class for you. And what we are going to do is start writing the code. So first of all, we already have the main function. We'll go inside. We'll take int n is equals to 1. Sorry, we said 6, right? So let's say we take 6 for int I equals 1, I less than equals 12. Oops, I'm sorry. Where did 12 come from? I don't know. Let's go with n. I plus plus, because we want to find the factors of n, right? So the loop will run from 1 till n. And then if n mod I equals 0, so whatever is the value of I, when n is divided by that, if it gives a remainder of 0, meaning that is a factor. The I is the factor. So here I will simply print all the i's. Let's save it and test it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 6. Now, considering I did love 12 a little earlier, so we'll just go ahead and write 12 here and also test it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Oh, I think I might have missed out writing 4 here. No, I have written it. Chalo. So we'll go back to the eclipse and we'll talk about how to get the number of these factors, right? So basically, we have already learned how to get a counter, isn't it? So all we'll do is take a counter, a variable that is supposed to do the counting. So let's counter counter equals to 0. And when this condition is true, int n mod I equals if n mod I equals 0, meaning if the number I is a factor, then this counter will just move forward by 1. Counter plus plus. And after the for loop is completed, we can print the counter just one time. So number, number of factors colon plus we go counter, right? So again, we are still at number 12. So here we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. The factors are we are getting the factors. The extra thing that we are getting is number of factors, which is 6. So it simply counted the number of factors and given us the values. That is all. So I am going to do the Dryrun, but for 12 is a big number. So I'll just go with 6. Or should we go with 3? Let's see. It will be a prime number. So should we? Yeah, why not? Okay, so let's get to the whiteboard and let's put in the code there so that we can go ahead and do a little bit of dry run. Let me increase the size. Yeah, there you go. So we'll start by doing this. First of all, of course, inside the main function, the line number 1 will be read and it will say int n equals 3. So n, and it will have 3. Okay. The next thing we are going to do is int counter equals to 0. So we'll write counter and we'll put 0. Next, we will go for int I equals 1, I less than n. So as soon as it gets the for, it will check the initialization, and in the variable I, 1 is there. It will check the condition after that, I less than equals to n. So right now, I is 1, n is 3. I is less than. Condition is true, meaning it will go inside. And then the condition will be checked if n mod I equals 0. Now 3 mod I. So basically 3 divided by 1. Right? What did I write? Yeah. So 1 3s are 3 and 0. We are good. The answer is 0. So it will go here and it will print the value of 3. So let me create an output here and 1 will be printed because I is supposed to be printed. I is 1. Okay. Then counter plus plus. So counter was 0 earlier. 0 plus 1 is 1. After that, the if closes and even the for loop closes. So that means it will go up here and the I value will increase. So I value will become I plus plus. 1 will become 2. Now again, it will do check the condition of the for loop. The condition is I less than equals to n. So right now I is 2, n is 3, I is less than 3, which means the condition is true and it will go inside. Again, inside that, if condition will be checked, if n mod I equals 0. So now if 3 is divided by 2, it will not give the remainder of 0, right? So let's check. 3 divided by 2. 2 zeros are 0 and the remainder still will be 3 only. Sorry, 2 ones are 2 directly, no? My bad. The remainder will be 1. Okay. So remainder is 1, then it is not equals to 0, condition false, meaning this will not be read. Instead, it will go to the next line after the if condition, which is the closing bracket of the for loop. Now for loop, since it is, ending here, it will go back and it will do the incrementing. So I plus plus, again 2 will become 3. Next time it will check the condition again, I less than or equals to n. So right now I is 3, n is 3. It is not less than, but it is equals to. Condition is still true. So here it will again check the condition. If n mod I equals to 0, so 3 mod 3 equals to 0, we need to check. So 3 ones are 3, remainder will be 0. Right? If that is the case, the condition is true, it will go inside and it will print system.out.println I. I is 3 right now, 3 will be printed in the output. After that, counter plus plus is supposed to happen. So counter is 1 right now, 1 plus 1 is 2. Counter will be 2. Then again it will come back to the end of if condition, and then it will see that there is the end of I loop also. So it will go ahead and it will do I plus plus. So I will become 4, but when it checks the condition will be false. Because I less than equals to n, I is 4, n is 3, I should be either less or equals to 3. Neither is the case, right? So we'll just end the loop here. The loop will go into the next line and it will have system.out.println number of factors 0. So number of factors is counter. So let me just erase this little mess here in the output section and let me write number of factors, and there is a colon and counter mein 2 is there, so 2 will be printed, right? And that's your code. I hope it is easy enough for you to understand. The mathematical version of it is not really used, but the mod thing that the number is divisible, that actually works here, right? Please go through the dry run once more in order to understand it better. Other than that, if you like the video, hit that like button and subscribe. Have a great day ahead.